You had a very interesting speech, very good, very pointed, very well spoken. I did miss the first sentence or so, so I didn't get your opening remarks, but I was able to get the context of your speech through two ways. One, through the words that you used and your gestures and the fact that you wore a super person outfit. You looked like you were ready to challenge and take control of the world. So that's a good appearance. You let us know what you're going to do. You weren't full of gabbery. You didn't talk about a lot of things that were nonsensical, but you did talk a lot. And that's good because you had a lot to say. Some of the things you talked about, and you did so with a strong voice. You had good, strong gestures. You talked about superheroes. You talked about heroes in general, because that was the point of your speech about who is a hero. You- Like I mentioned, your gestures, your voice were absolutely wonderful. You spoke to the audience. Now, not so much the video audience, but to people you were seeing in the room and mentioned people by name. That brings out something that's really important to those who are listening to your speech. You're talking to me, and that's great and that's true. And you mentioned about the heroes in your life or the heroes in just heroes in general. A good flow. You had a nice flow for your speech. Now, though you had an excellent speech, and it's hard to find anything to improve on. I have one suggestion. Maybe it's a multifaceted suggestion. Your ending was good, except I think there's two ways you could have ended it, and this is where I have a multifaceted way of improving your speech. You could have said what instead of walking off the stage and saying, "That's all I have to say about that," which was a good way to end your speech, was stay up there and just give us a like then we know you're done with your speech, and then walk off. Or you could have ended your speech with stay in place um, and say to the audience, um, I told you a lot about heroes. Who is your hero? That would bring a good wrap up to your speech. But in general, your actions are so impeccable. You have such a good way of communicating with the audience. Just hone in a little bit on that ending. So you bring the audience back in and say, I'm through. I want you to know I'm done, but I want you to know you're included in my ending and in my speech. Thank you very much for those heroic uh, words that you mentioned today, Mr. Topic.